What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today I had a request to do Bodycam. I believe it was on this. It might have been on the Alienware, but I'm pretty sure it was on the G15 Advantage. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, it did not run so well on the Steam Deck, Ally X, or on my mini PC, but it was at least borderline playable for some, I will say, on the Ally X and the mini PC. The Steam Deck was just no. It ain't happening. It's too weak. It can't even hit 20 FPS. So I'm sure almost no one would consider that playable. So I only got like a couple minutes of footage on all of those guys. I didn't sit there and go through my whole thing. I didn't even go against real people because I knew it was gonna just get me getting killed. Well, I think I hosted a game and one guy joined once and I killed him once, but then he killed me right after I shut the camera off after the round ended. But anyway, so now in this game, we're actually gonna try to play with real people here. I don't know if it'll actually run good enough for me to do that, but as long as I can get it to give me like a 60 plus experience, I'll go against real people. But if it's the same kind of like 40, 50 FPS experience, no matter what I do, then I'll probably just host a game and whoever joins, and I'll just run around a little bit. But at that point, it's like kind of like the other videos where it's like, well, I'll get a little footage, but I don't know. I wouldn't call this a game exactly playable kind of situation, you know? But in any case, let's stop wasting time and let's hop into the game. Well, I say that, but one more thing. This game wouldn't let me screen record on the mini PC. I could not use OBS. It did the same thing as the first Descendant, where it's like, nope, black screen. You get sound, but black screen no matter what you do. So I had to do all camera. So this one would probably be the same. I've got OBS up, so I'm gonna give it another try, but first Descendant didn't work on anything with OBS. It wasn't until I got to the, things where I could just use Relive and Shadow Play that I was able to actually get footage from that game. So I'll try, but this game is probably gonna be all camera recorded too, unfortunately. I wished I could always get you guys screen recorded too, but sometimes games just don't want to cooperate with OBS. So it is what it is. So now to the game.
All right, well, unfortunately, I tried and still black screen and sound only. So we're gonna have to do this all camera recorded. I apologize about that. But anyway, we're gonna play at 1080p with unlocked FPS, obviously. If we limit the FPS, what the hell would the point be, right? So there's that screen. Now for graphics, I still don't know if this is gonna work perfectly, but here's the settings I went with. I didn't put that to low. I said medium. Oh, I guess it has to be low. Okay then. And then just like before, I can't use Afterburner, so we just have to have a small little itty bitty FPS window in the top there, which I don't even know if you guys will be able to see, so it'll probably be similar to those Battlefield 2042 videos where you guys are just going to have to use your eyes and say, hey, does this look good enough to me or not? Because all I got is this tiny ass little window up there and it doesn't look like you can mess with that. I looked at the settings and I don't really think you can make it any bigger. I'm going to go double check again before I start the actual game, but it didn't really look like you could make it any bigger than that. But anyway, to the game. Alright, well, with these settings, I just joined a quick, or hosted a game just real quick here. Just so you guys can kind of see FPS-wise, but we drop down like 57 every once in a while on this map. Oh, 52 there, 53, 45, 46, so yeah. Still wasn't doing that great, so I decided, well, I'll just host a game and whoever joins can join and we can go from there. But other than that, I'm just going to get us just a little bit of running around here. That's a shame. Now, I think we could actually get somewhat playable FPS if we actually just turned all the settings down. But I feel like this is one of those games you kind of want the settings to be up. Like, one of the points of it is its realism, you know? So we could probably get more playable FPS if we just put like everything down to low. And we are still using upscaling. We are not playing at native 1080p either. Now, a lot of the time, as you can see, we're doing just fine, but sometimes we drop quite a bit of FPS too. I don't know how much that would affect people that play this game, like, obviously way better than me. I just started playing and don't even know what I'm doing really yet. I killed like one guy who wasn't even looking at me. I almost feel like those are hollow victories. I like a real battle where both of us see each other, we start firing at the same time, and whoever's got the better aim wins. That's what I like. Down to 56 there. I don't think anybody's even joined yet. I think I'm the only one here, but I thought that the last time, and then I saw a guy, so... But yeah, this game is freaky realistic looking, even without everything all the way up. And it's still pretty playable. I feel like most people would probably be okay. I just don't want to embarrass myself, since they made a big deal. I read what it said at the beginning, and they're like, this is a super team-based game, like you're supposed to be on comms the whole time, talking to each other, and all this, that, and the other thing. And I don't know, that's just too stressful for my freaking social anxiety. So I know that's the person who wanted this recorded probably wanted me to play real game versus a bunch of people and everything, but I don't know, I just can't really handle that. So instead, I just hosted the game, and whoever comes may come, and if no one comes, I guess that's just that. Still probably going to keep this pretty short, though. I don't know if I really want to make a 10-minute video of me just running around in circles. I don't think that... It's already probably not very interesting, but it's mostly just so people can see how it runs on this thing. Like I always say, it's not about how well I play the game. I'm not really that great at games. And that's totally okay. I just have fun playing them. Though I don't know, I don't think I'd have a lot of fun with this one. I think this one would probably stress me out. Now maybe if I could get my friends playing it, and we were all on a team, I think I could probably make do with that. I wonder if I could get them to do that for a video. Then I could actually like get video for you guys and then not feel all like embarrassed that I like suck and aren't doing the right thing and this, that, and the other thing. And have my social anxiety run amok. Alright, you know what? Just for fun, let's stop this recording and let's go tone everything down to low just to see what kind of FPS we can get, just, you know, turning everything to low. Alright, so, just real quick, let's go to the display here. We're still at 1080p and all this is unlocked and all that good junk. As for graphics, we're still the same as we were before. I'm leaving that alone. But we put everything else besides view distance to low, and besides this, because it's either epic or high, so. Man, the menu music almost makes you want to just start a rave. Anyway, let's get back to the game, shall we? Alright, so now we just have everything on low. And in all honesty, it didn't really change the FPS all that much. So, I think you're better off just using the other settings. I figured we'd get a little bit more FPS than this, but nope. So there must be like a CPU bottleneck or something, or the GPU just can't handle this game, you know, as a whole. This is just the best it can do no matter what you can do. So, I mean, you might as well just have better graphics then if that's the case, right? Well, I will say, you know, increase the FPS a little bit here and there. I don't know if I was hitting 90 FPS in any areas before. I think we were mostly in the, like, low 60s to mid 70s. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty trippy game, though. They definitely made a pretty interesting game. I don't think I'd be very good at it if I played against real people. And it's way too team-based, so I don't think I'd have any fun playing with randoms. The finals wasn't so bad because it was pretty simple. It was just like, hey, all you gotta do is go and do the thing on the screen. Go prevent the thing from being taken over, or go take over the thing. One of the two. It was similar to, you know, Counter-Strike. Either, you know, defuse the bomb or set up the bomb. Very, you know, a little bit more complicated than that, but similar. This one's more seems like, hey, you're on a team. You're a bunch of cops. You have to go defeat the bad people. Go. I can't see nothing. Is there like a flashlight? Hell yeah. I had no idea what the flashlight button was either. I just guessed. Thank God it was F. Otherwise, I would have had to push a bunch of buttons. But yeah, even on low, it looks pretty realistic. Pretty funny. I wish we had like more stats, but unfortunately this game doesn't let you even use Afterburner, which is another reason I didn't really feel like subjecting myself to actually online play. If this was going better, I probably would have. Because I've been like, hey, yeah, the game's going good, but this game has been fighting me tooth and nail. It's like it didn't even want me to get any footage of it. Well, too bad. I've got a badass camera, and I can actually get footage of it. Now, I'm hoping that Shadowplay and Relive will work just fine with it, but they did for the last game. This happened to me with the first Ascendant. It just didn't want me to get any screen recorded gameplay with OBS. It was just a black screen and sound. And I thought, oh no, OBS isn't broken, is it? So I went and downloaded a really small game. I think it was Chain Echoes. And I did the same thing today, and yeah, they let me record that. And I downloaded like 2 or 3 other really small games that are only like 500 megabytes to a gigabyte. And they all work just fine. It's just certain games don't let OBS work. But at least the dang first Ascendant let me use freaking Afterburner. I could not get it to work no matter what I did. I even added it to the little list. And it still didn't want to work. Anyway, though, I think that's probably good. So why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up.
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Bodycam. Definitely an interesting game, but definitely the kind of game that makes my social anxiety go through the roof. So I just couldn't quite work up the courage for this particular game to do any actual online with people. I mean, there's one guy that joined in and I shot him, but I mean, that's not really a real game. I don't know how many people can actually be in a game, to be honest with you, but obviously your FPS will probably drop if you're in a game with lots of people. And we were, in a lot of places, barely able to stay at 60, and in a few places, we dropped down to 47 and all that stuff, and we were not recording this time, so we can't sit there and blame OBS for anything. It just wasn't quite able to stay at 60, even when we put it down to low. Actually, no, on low, I think it only dropped down in the 50s this time. I don't think it dropped into the 40s on low. That was just when we had a couple things on high. Guys, I just figured half the people that play this game probably want the realism, then there's probably still those people that just want to, you know, get as many FPS as you can, because FPS equals smoothness, which means I can shoot that motherfucker in the face a lot easier than if I was getting 40 FPS. But real talent always wins. A talented person in this game could kick my ass getting 30 FPS, and I could be getting 240. And if they're better than me, they're still gonna win. It just helps me out a little bit, so I'll take it, you know? So now we can go wrap this video up and I'll go try it out at 1440. I'm kind of curious, is it gonna just be like 40 FPS, just unplayable at 1440, or is it going to be around the same FPS because I had like a CPU bottleneck or something? Although looking at this game, I would say if anything, it was a GPU bottleneck, but hey, I don't know. I'm not a programmer. I can just assume these things, and I didn't even have my Afterburner window helping me out, so I couldn't even see if the CPU was maxing out or if the GPU was maxing out or any of that shit. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys, and until the next video, peace out, guys.